Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to an evening where it's not raining so far, though it may rain later. Such is life, uncertain. So I don't think there's anyone else that may be coming. Haven't had anyone text in saying that they're to be arriving. So let's settle in with our meditation. So just establishing our comfortable sitting position, aligning our body with some degree of symmetry, balance, poise, helping to enable some inner mindful presence. Our eyes gently closed, helping to bring our awareness within and having our initial deep, relaxing, letting go breath. Nice deep breath sends a signal to our brain to release endorphins to soothe the muscles, tendons, tissue of our body. The outgoing breath is also a psychological symbol of letting go. So using that outgoing breath to let go of any stress, issues, worries, the happenings of the day, the happenings of the week so far, nearly ending. Using this time to remind to be present. Our meditation is practicing being present, just here, just now, just knowing. Developing a calm, objective, receptive, attentive knowing in the present moment, this place and point of existence. Our meditation is realizing the point of existence, the present, often missed, and using our breath as our reference point for present moment experience. But before bringing mindful attention to the naturally occurring breath, just relaxing our awareness down into our body, feeling into our body, recollecting our body, reminding our body, rebodying our body, rebodying ourselves. Our mind in the body in the mind. Sensing and feeling a few contact sensations. Maybe feeling our feet connecting with the floor, the ground. Sensing our feet. Feeling our body connecting with the chair, cushion or meditation stool. Noticing the placement of our hands and fingers, making sure they feel comfortable, adjusting them if we need to. Feeling the contact sensation of hands and fingers. Just noticing, sensing, feeling. Bringing our awareness up to our face, noticing our face, maybe even feeling the air connecting with our face. Sensations on our face, within our face. Noticing our face. And also noticing some degree of light coming in through the closed eyelids. And even looking into that lightness, brightness, blankness through the closed eyelids. A forward-focused gaze into the space in front through the closed eyelids, into that lightness, brightness, blankness. not being disturbed or distracted by any background sounds that might occur, and especially not engaging into the internal mental sight or sound of thoughts, giving our brain mind a break from the need to engage into thinking, rather using our brain mind in the activity of paying attention, exercising and strengthening attention by focusing in the present moment, particularly onto the sensation of our breath, the naturally occurring breath, as we gently allow the inflow, outflow of the breath through the nose nostril area, directing attention and sustaining attention to that point of contact where we feel our breath the most, letting our body find its own natural flow of breathing, simply feeling each breath whilst also looking into that lightness, brightness through the closed eyelids. And also, if it's helpful to have a couple of meditative words in the mind together with each breath, such words as calm on the in-breath, ease on the out-breath. Calm, ease, calm, ease, calm, ease. Exercising attention, developing focus, leading to mental collectedness, composure, concentration, and inner calm ease. Please help yourself to some tea and biscuits. Can I get you to turn the urn down or off at the knob? Yeah, thanks. Is it getting too cold over there? May, is it too cold there?
Oh, I'm just right under it, but I'm okay with this. Yeah. Fine.
There is a word that describes an experience of reality that many people find challenging, uncomfortable, disconcerting, fearful. The word describes something which is fundamental to the experience of life. The word is change. Everything's changing. Certainly, the Buddha, in his wisdom, most of his teaching talk about the reality, the truth of things, the fabric of life, which certainly he pointed out as having the nature of being impermanent. The Buddhist word is anicca. Nicca means permanent, anicca, non-permanent. So he even said, sabbe sankhara anicca. All phenomena, all compounded things are impermanent, they change. And because they change, they then bring about the experience of uncertainty, which is more of our relationship to change or to the reality of things, sense of like uncertainty. Obviously, the present moment, it's here we are, certain about the present moment, this is happening, but the next moment, in 1 moment, 10 moments, a minute, an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year, a decade, who knows? Uncertain. And I think for human beings, because we have these enlarged prefrontal cortexes, which are wonderful, but also troublesome, we tend to think, and the thinking can be problematic, especially when it brings up a sense of fear or anxiety around the future. Generally, animals don't have that problem. Some animals do have a sense of the future, but certainly the human animal is one that wants to predict the future, control the future, order the future, because we like to live with certainty. And yet the reality of life is that we live in the realm of uncertainty, the domain of uncertainty. That's how we live, that's how we die. There's not that many things that are certain. There's a few things. So having been born, there's certainty of the process of aging, not necessarily getting old, but aging is happening. Illness, pretty much a sure thing. And obviously death. And everything in between, from birth to death, is beset with uncertainty. So part of, I guess, being a wise, conscious being is to accommodate that reality of the fact of impermanence. Things do change. Everything will change. Everything does change causes something else to change as well, the fundamental law of cause and effect, which then brings about that uncertainty that we need to accommodate, live with, not be surprised by. So on reflection, it's like, well, if we get disappointed, if we are upset about something happening, probably it's because we haven't fully appreciated the fundamental impermanence and fact of change and uncertainty of all things. The more we can take that to heart, realize it as a fact, as a fundamental law of experience, then the less surprised, disappointed we will be when things do change. Obviously, the Buddha pointed out that it's the grasping or the holding or the clinging that causes a lot of our stress and suffering. But again, the more we can get, okay, well, things do change. Things are impermanent, and therefore there's that fact of uncertainty. If something does change, just let go. It's this displaying the nature and truth of life. So obviously, most of us here this evening, we're going to be here on Sunday, just past. Some of us couldn't make it, but I was very, very hopeful, looking forward to a Sunday meditation day, the last Sunday retreat day here at Ratnagiri for the year, special occasion. It had been in my diary for about 10 months. The 1st of December, special occasion, and first day of summer. Wow, it's even more special. And gathering to end the year. Especially, I've sent out emails and newsletters saying, hey, if you haven't been to our retreats for a while, we do have about 8 retreats, Sunday retreats in the year. If you haven't been for a while, this is the chance to come together at the ending of the year and just to see each other and share a lunch together, share some food together, special. So it's not just bring your own lunch, bring some food to share, special occasion. And I'd put together 5 pages of notes which I printed up to give out to people, as 25 people were on the list to come. There's more that were going to come, but couldn't for various reasons. So 25 people guaranteed. Okay, great, wonderful occasion. On the theme of beginnings and endings, the ending of the year, getting ready for the beginning of the next year. Just finished the end of spring, the beginning of summer, and then it rains, and it keeps raining. Saturday night, big rain, big weather event. So even Chris, who comes to the retreat days, she was coming down from I think Caloundra. Was going to come down the day before, but said, "Oh, there's a huge weather event happening, so it's not really safe to be driving in that amount of rain. It's going to be quite challenging." So she said that she'd connect with us online for the retreat day. There was another chap coming from Coolum, and he was coming down the day before to Brisbane, and then was going to drive from Brisbane down. There was a chap coming from Iluka. Another couple of people coming from Byron Bay, and then others from around the area here. But with the amount of rain that we had on Saturday night, which was just really, really bucketing down, which doesn't have to be a cause of concern or even cancelling an event, but because it did keep on raining, and here we don't get flooded here, 150 meters above sea level, but there was a lot of groundwater, and about 1 a.m, I noticed that I have a red light that's usually on some appliance, and the red light was off. It's like, oh, that means the power was gone. Oh, maybe it's only the power. Maybe it's the power. Everyone's lost power, or maybe it's just this house has lost power. But that can be a concern. Uncertainty. So early in the morning, got up and checked, and we had lights, but half the house didn't have power. And we'd had this happen before because when it does rain a lot, the water seeps down into the ground. We've got a power line underground that half the house connects into, that goes down to the power box. And so that the water then affects the line, the switches off, and we lose power to the house. And also we lose power down to the water pump. So we don't have mains water supply here. We're on a tank water. So if there's no electricity for the pump, then you can't flush a toilet, which is a bit inconvenient, especially if you've got 25 people. So I did actually put a power cord in, a 30-meter power cord into another power point that was working, but there was still the uncertainty of whether things would stay off. Yeah, certainly we wouldn't have been able to do the videoing power unless we put a power cord into the other part of the house. And I thought, well, I need to make the call, knowing that people will be traveling from different distances. And often when there is big rains around here, as we're aware, roads get flooded, cut off. And also it can just be not so pleasant to be inside for the day, even though we do have awnings all around. So made the call to connect with people early in the morning, around 7 o'clock, to inform that yes, we're dealing with uncertainty and change and impermanence, and we need to cancel the retreat day. And certainly people were a little bit not surprised, but upset, disappointed. Said, oh, I've made all this lovely food. I have to eat it myself. Even there were a couple of people that didn't get my text message, email, and I said, please let me know if you get my message so I could tick people off. I hadn't heard back from them. That was John and Suzanne. So I phoned them, and I left a message. Then finally they called back, say, oh, we're going to be late. Sorry, the road's cut off down below here. We can't get up. We're going to have to come around another way. I said, it's okay. We've cancelled. Oh, okay. Also, Loretta, who was coming, she said that she probably couldn't have got out because the road down below where she is was flooded out. She said probably Alberto couldn't have got here either. May, you weren't here, you were in Sydney, but would have you been able to get out?
Yeah, Hamish and the hounds were flooded.
So sort of flooded in, right. Challenging. So yes, unfortunately, we needed to cancel our retreat day. And given that there's only a couple of Sundays before Christmas, not really good to try and organise something, or then people get really busy. So moving over until February for the next retreat day. And we can make plans. Hopefully they come to fruition. And we can even use the same retreat theme and also the same notes, beginnings and endings. So the beginning of the year, same reflections to have. But for me, it was certainly aware of uncertainty, impermanence, and change, but still sort of upsetting to not be able to have this event that I'd look forward to, and great time to connect with people and share some meditations, share some teachings, discussion, reflections, share a lunch together for the end of the year. So it's about, okay, just that's how life is. And noticing any sort of unease and go, oh, okay, that's holding or wanting. So let go, let go, let go. And reminding myself of something which Ajahn Chah was, my teacher would often emphasize. He'd use just 2 words as a whole teaching: my nair, my nair. So nair means certainty, my means not so, not certain, not sure, not a sure thing. So yes, we can make plans and certainly hope that things turn out in the right way, but we're living with that sense of my nair, not sure, not a sure thing. We'll see what happens. And if the thing doesn't work out, doesn't mean that it's all bad. It might be that, okay, something better happens because of that didn't happen, but something better can happen. And there's always a learning to just let go, let go. And again, appreciating the fundamental fabric of life is change, is impermanence. And we are a lifetime in many ways, learning how to let go of holding on. And it's like the ultimate lesson of life is just to let go and flow with how things are. Sure, times we can sort of try and be proactive to have things work out, but let go is the ultimate spiritual practice. So we spend 9 months in the best home that we've ever had. Everything's that's just nice for us. We're right there, warmth and temperature and food. 9 months. After 9 months, life says you can't stay there. You've got to leave. Got to let go. So get born out into the world and being looked after by one's mother, parents, and not having to take solid foods. And then after a while, sorry, you can't sort of have that breast milk. You've got to eat solids now. Let go. Let go of maybe sleeping in a cot. You've got to go and sleep in your own room now, in your own bed now, and letting go of maybe for many of us, letting go of being an only child. To make way, your brother's coming. Let go of just being at home and playing. You've got to go to school now. And then let go of the small school, go to the big school. Let go of the big school, go to the high school. Let go of friends that come and go. Let go of the high school, off to university maybe, or off to work. Leave home, let go of home, leave home, and let go of being a teenager and becoming a full adult. And then, ongoing letting goes of various friends that come and go, relationships that come and go, vehicles that come and go, pets that come and go, hair that comes and goes, color of the hair that comes and goes, and then into old age, if you're lucky, letting go of youth, letting go of parents when they die, letting go of even down the track siblings. They die before us. And then letting go of working. That can be a big one for a lot of people. Spending 40, 50 years work, identity, who I am is my work, time to retire. And letting go of houses that downsizing from the house down to the apartment, or the over 55 retirement village. Sometimes people find themselves in those, or even the nursing home. Probably the 2 big letting goes of one's life is letting go of one's partner if they die before us, and the other one is letting go of life, the last breath. So all these minor, smaller letting goes leading up to the significant ones down the sort of later tract or end of our life. But hopefully that we're aware of, okay, change and impermanence, uncertainty, and that we have that ability to just let go, breathe out, an in-breath, an out-breath. In-breath and out-breath. It's the flow of experience, the flow of life is allowing, letting go. So no sense of taking in, releasing. So our degree of ease and joy, meaning, flow, is our ability to align with that truth and not try and challenge it or react or resist it. And therefore, there's more sense of joy in how things are. So obviously letting go of 2024 as we move into the new year in about 3 weeks' time, a little over 3 weeks. It'll be next year. But it won't be next year, it'll be then this year, 2025. That's how life is. So for yourself, any reflections or considerations or insights you've had around accommodating the reality of change, uncertainty, and dealing with that change, impermanence, uncertainty, flowing with it? Kirsten?
I think sometimes I notice when I'm with my parents, particularly, I'll think I'll have that real, like not realization, but just that knowing that they won't always be around can make the present moment better.
Yeah, more special, more
Yeah,
poignant. It's like be present because the moment won't last.
Yeah, so you sort of can cherish it more, knowing that it won't last forever.
Yeah. That's the right attitude and the right way of being aware of the fact, but also it inspires one to be more attentive and present for experiences. Brendan?
Yeah, something interesting happened today. So my son Tyler, he was at Griffith Uni, so they had a welcome day for future students. And somebody told him that he's an old man because he's 22. And so a lot of the kids there were 18. One person was 17. So it was just really interesting to hear that. And the change, it's a change of perspective, I guess. That, okay, he's not an old man, he's still a young man. But these kids coming straight out of high school, he's much older. And I said, well, in a way, this is great because you have life experience and some life wisdom that you can actually share with these people. So you can almost be a mentor for somebody. Someone for them to look up to. Maybe you bring a different perspective to starting university than these kids coming straight out of high school.
So was he okay with that?
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, he saw it as a good thing.
Good. Yes, through the course of this year, we've also seen many changes, things that have happened and come and gone, or come and still around, but certainly change. And again, that reality of flowing with the uncertainty of things.
The bad things, knowing that they will change, is good.
That's right. Yes. Yes, like change, is it good? Is it bad? Well, it is. It's often our perspective or how we relate to it, how we view it, how we think about it, that makes it good or bad. It's like Shakespeare's quote, nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Often the change in seasons, which sometimes is a fairly smooth transition, we don't sort of notice it that much, but just even just noticing the calendar. Oh, okay, so 1st of December, it's now summer. It's like, okay, so that another season's gone, another season has arrived. And certainly for us here, summer is a time of the ending of the year, as opposed to in Europe, it's the middle of the year. So the ending of the year, the wind down, winding into the holiday season. And that can sort of cause one to reflect upon, okay, wow, the year's happened. Certainly for the work that I do as a psychologist, often winding up with people for the year, reflecting upon what's been happening over the year, their learning over the year, aspirations or hopes, ideas for the new year. And even yesterday and also today, I had a session with colleagues, so that we did like peer supervision and reflecting upon the year of work and things that we've been through, experienced, dealing with different clients and issues and learnings. And so sort of it's a good point to reflect upon change and upon growth over the year as well, and also then aspirations for the next year. So certainly I recommend to use the ending of the year as a point of reflection. How has this year been for me? What have I been through this year? What have I learned from this year? What do I need to learn from this year? What learnings do I want to take over into the next year? So there's a progressive increasing learning and understanding from year to year. It's not so good if we go through a whole year and even if there's learnings, but we don't carry them through into the next year. It's like, well, it's like for children, they build on the learnings from year to year, which helps them to progress. But if it's like, well, what they learned this year, nothing left behind, and it's not able to build upon it, then it's not a continual growth, maturation. The learnings of life, experience of life, the lessons of life over the last year, 365 days, 12 months, life as a human being. Any last questions or comments?
Yeah, John, I'll just say for me, I guess, yeah, I see it as growth, but also see it as like a continual path or progression of letting go and simplifying.
Yeah,
which is a growth in a way. It seems backwards to normal, society's perspective, I guess, but that's certainly what I've been trying to focus on. Building or growing my ability to let go, simplify, and be more present.
So maybe for you then life becomes more enriched because there's less complexity and complications.
Absolutely. And just more peace and happiness in whatever's happening now. Just being content with that.
That's good. Well, we have two more Thursday night sessions before we finish for the year. So finishing up on Thursday the 19th, and so 2 more weeks, and then resuming on the 16th of January. I think it's the 16th. So if you have any particular questions or particular around meditation or Buddhist psychology practice that you want to sort of gain some clarity over the next couple of weeks, do sort of bring them along as questions or even comments about your meditation practice. And then even the last session on the 19th, if there's anything that you want to share about, okay, well, over this year I've learned this, or at our Thursday night groups I've really enjoyed talking or reflecting upon this topic, or ideas for next year as well. Good. Good. Well, thanks for coming out tonight and have a great evening and a good week and see you next time.
Thank
Good.